परे। कैसे तेरा नाम दे आए, कैसे तुम्हारे लगन लगाए, कैसे तेरा नाम दे आए, कैसे तुम्हारे लगन लगाए। हृदय जगा दो ज्ञान तुम्हारे शरण परे, उद्धार करो भगवान तुम्हारे शरण परे। के सुनो सुनो बातें, द्वार तेरे तक पहुँच न पाते। कंठमटों के सुनो सुनो बातें, द्वार तेरे तक पहुँच न पाते। भटके बीच जहान तुम्हारे शरण परे, उद्धार करो भगवान तुम्हारे शरण परे। श्याम कृष्ण मुरारी, राम तुही गणपति त्रिपुरारी। तुही श्यामल कृष्ण मुरारी, राम तुही गणपति त्रिपुरारी। तुम ही बने हनुमान तुम्हारे शरण परे, उद्धार करो भगवान तुम्हारे शरण परे। ऐसे अंतर ज्योति जगाना, हम दीनों को शरण लगाना। ऐसे अंतर ज्योति जगाना, हम दीनों को शरण लगाना। हे प्रभु दया निधान तुम्हारे शरण परे, उद्धार करो भगवान तुम्हारे शरण परे। शरण परे शरण परे, शरण परे शरण परे, उद्धार करो भगवान तुम्हारे शरण परे। पार करो भगवान तुम्हारे शरण परे, उद्धार करो भगवान तुम्हारे शरण परे। प्रेम से बोले वृंदावन विहारी लाल की जय। विष्णु भगवान की जय। कृष्ण कन्हैया लाल की जय। As we are about to commence Satsang, we invite everyone to please stand as we join in visualizing the beautiful form of our Lord God, Bhagavan Sri Krishna, during this time of Pitra Paksha. And as we remember the beloved father of this family, Shri Premanand, we ask God to bless him wherever he is and wherever he will be, that may the light and grace and blessing forever shine on his Atma, his soul. And while Suresh and his beloved Dharmapatni, his mom and brothers and their families remember their dad and husband, we invite you to also pray for your ancestors and your loved ones who have gone to the beyond. While this family is waving the light physically, you will be waving the light mentally, that the soul of our Pitras and forefathers forever stay blessed, be blessed in the light of grace and mercy. Om Shantakaram Bhujagashayanam Padmanabham Suresham Vishwadharam Gagana Sadrisham Megavaranam Subhangam Lakshmi Kantam Kamalanayanam Yogi Bhirdhyana Gamyam Vande Vishnum Bhamabhayaharam Sarvalokekanatham Sarvalokekanatham. Jai Krishna Hare Shri Krishna Hare दुखियों को दुख दूर करे जय कृष्ण हरे श्री कृष्ण हरे दुखियों को दुख दूर करे जय कृष्ण हरे श्री कृष्ण हरे जब चारों तरफ अंधियारा हो आशा का दूर किनारा हो जब चारों तरफ अंधियारा हो आशा का दूर किनारा हो कोई न केवल आरा हो फिर कोई न केवल आरा हो फिर तू ही मेरा पार करो जय कृष्ण हरे श्री कृष्ण हरे दुखियों को दुख को भी अमृत कर दे हो। तू चाहे तो सब कुछ कर दे, विष को भी अमृत कर दे हो। पूरन कर दे सबकी आशा, पूरन कर दे सबकी आशा। जो भी तेरा ध्यान धरे, जय कृष्ण हरे, श्री कृष्ण हरे। दुख दूर करे, जय कृष्ण हरे। तेरे दर्शन के मैं तरस रही, तेरे नाम की माला जपते रही। तेरे दर्शन के मैं तरस रही, तेरे नाम की माला जपते रही। भवसागर से मेरी नैया हो, भवसागर से मेरी नैया। कैसे मैं भव पार करूं, जय कृष्ण हरे, श्री कृष्ण हरे। दुखियों को दूर करे, जय कृष्ण हरे, श्री कृष्ण हरे। दुखियों को दुख दूर करे, जय कृष्ण हरे। कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकी नंदनाय च नन्दगोपकुमाराय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः। सर्वधर्मान् परित्यज्य मामेकं शरणं व्रज, अहं त्वा सर्वपापेभ्यः मोक्षयिष्यामि मां शुचः। हरे हरे कृष्ण हरे मुरारी, जय जय गोवर्धन गिरिधारी। हरे हरे कृष्ण हरे मुरारी, जय जय गोवर्धन गिरिधारी। हरे हरे कृष्ण हरे मुरारी, हरे हरे कृष्ण हरे मुरारी। जय जय गोवर्धन गिरिधारी, जय जय गोवर्धन गिरिधारी, जय जय गोवर्धन गिरिधारी। हरे हरे कृष्ण हरे मुरारी, जय जय गोवर्धन गिरिधारी। बोलो हरे हरे कृष्ण हरे मुरारी, जय जय गोवर्धन गिरिधारी। यत्र योगेश्वर कृष्ण यत्र पार्थो धनुर्धरः तत्र श्री विजयो भूति ध्रुवाणी ते मतिर्मम। अनादिनिधनो देवः शङ्खचक्रगदाधरः अक्षय पुण्डरीकाक्ष प्रेतमोक्षो प्रदो भव पितृमोक्ष प्रदो भव। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। गायत्री सीता सत्य सरस्वती ब्रह्म विद्या ब्रह्मवल्ली त्रिसंध्या मुक्तगेहिनी अर्धमात्रा चिदानंदा भवाग्नि भयनाशिनी वेदत्रयी परानंता तत्वार्थ ज्ञानमंजरी। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। शरणं मम। ॐ श्रीकृष्ण शरणं मम। ॐ श्रीकृष्ण शरणं मम। प्रेम से बोलिए वृंदावन बिहारी लाल की जय, विष्णु भगवान की जय। आप लोग आसन लीजिए, प्लीज बी सीटेड। It's with great pleasure, my friends, on behalf of Shri Suresh and Visha and your beautiful baby Ishana, we would like to take this opportunity to say a very warm and special welcome to each and every one of you who have come to join with them in Satsang tonight, in memory of his beloved father, Premanand. And it has been quite some time. Suresh had mentioned to me, he said, Baba, I can't wait to do a satsang in memory of my beloved dad. And this was many, many years ago. And finally, after so many years, this dream of him doing this satsang in the company of his beloved mother, Shrimati Kimraji, must be very proud of not only Suresh and his family, but her sons and their families. And today, as we remember their beloved dad, I must say at the beginning itself, we are very proud of you, Suresh and Visha, and of course to you, all your brothers and loved ones and their families, for conceptualizing this idea of giving thanks to your beloved dad while you have your mom with you, because she would have had a very difficult life, many challenges that she would have gone through to bring you boys up. And today she sits very proud to look at you blossom into what you are and what you have become. So today, once again, my friends, on behalf of Suresh and Visha and Ishana, we welcome each and every one of you to this beautiful home. We'd also like to say special thanks to Mahesh and Visham, the brothers of Suresh, as we all celebrate the life of their dad. And we are blessed to celebrate with them on this the Pratipada Tithi, the first day of the Pitra Paksh period. As you all know, during the Pitra Paksh time, it's a time when we dedicate these 15 days in the name of our fathers and those who live before us. It might be a father, it might be a mother, it might be Aja or Aji or Nana or Nani, it might be a brother, a friend, or maybe someone that you love dearly. But this is the time to remember such beautiful souls that would have touched our lives in some way or the other and have left their blessings to us. And today we pray for them as we send blessings to wherever those souls are. This evening, we would like to say special thanks to Sankhya television for once again capturing Satsang and of course Yagyas throughout the length and breadth of the country to rebroadcast so that the benefit of the Yagya and blessings of the Yagya can reach the heart and homes of thousands of devotees nationwide as well as worldwide. As you know, Sankhya television is the most viewed Hindu television station in Trinidad and Tobago and of course the world. And we'd like to say special thanks to you, Bay Ramesh, for capturing tonight's program, and special thanks and blessing goes out to the various sponsors, the corporate sponsors, for using their hard-earned financial resources during this challenging time in our economy, yet to keep Sanatan Dharma burning and the light brightening the lives and hearts of all. Tonight also, we would like to extend our sincerest thanks and blessings to the members of the Chinmaya Gyan Kirtan Mandali, the members of my group, and also we'd like to say special thanks to our guest singer and musicians tonight. And they are none other than our beloved brother, Naraji, the wonderful voice that you have been hearing from 6 o'clock this evening until 7 o'clock. It was that of Shri Naraji. And he will be singing until tomorrow morning. Well, if you all stay. But we say thank you to him. On the tabla, we also have Shivan Sinath. We say thank you, Shivan. Always a pleasure to be in your company as well. And of course, Christopher Sidan on the guitar and Kabir Ramada on the Majira. So special thanks to these boys, our guest singers, and musicians tonight. Tonight our discourse will be taken from the Bhagavad Gita, which is a text that we must read during this time, as well as the Garud Puran. So we may make reference to the Garud Puran, especially to find out, the blessings that the soul receive and what we can do as souls in this world to liberate ourselves when our time also expires from this material plane of consciousness. Tonight we are here to remember the soul, the Atma of a beloved father. And even though physically he is gone, his blessing remains with his wonderful children. And also that soul that is eternal and will never die is existing somewhere. And so, since the soul is eternal and everlasting, we remember as we send prayers and worship and blessings through the grace of Bhagwan Sri Krishna. And this is where, my friends, we want to invite you now to close your eyes and sit back, relax, as you think of your pitras, your ancestors, your forefathers, the loved ones who would have touched your life in some way or the other, but they are no more. And today, the children, Suresh and Visha and Ishana, Mahesh and Visham, and their families is saying to their dad, the dad, no matter where we are, your soul will always be beside us. For we know that no matter what, you will always be with us. And even though time has taken you from us, a limb has fallen from the family tree, Dad, we hear your voice that whispers, "Grieve not for me." Remember the best times, the laughter, the songs. And as your dad speaks to you all tonight, he says that the good I have lived while I was strong, please, children, continue my heritage. I am counting on you. Keep on smiling, and the sun will shine throughout your life. He says, my mind is at ease. My soul is at rest. Remembering all, how I was truly blessed. Please continue tradition. No matter how small, go on with your lives. Don't stay at the walls. I miss you all dearly. So keep your chin up high until that time and that day we are together again. Achyutam Keshavam Krishna Damodaram Ramanarayanam Janaki Vallabham. Oh Krishna, as you listen to our prayer tonight, may the music of your Basuri continue to be in our hearts and in our lives. May we never be bored while living an exciting life of happiness and praise. Achyutam Keshavam Krishna Damodaram Ramanarayanam Janaki Vallabham. Achyutam Keshavam Krishna Damodaram Ramanarayanam Janaki Vallabham. शबरी के जैसे खिलाते नहीं,
मेरे शबरी के जैसे खिलाते नहीं।
अच्युतं केशवं कृष्ण दामोदरं, everyone, कृष्ण दामोदरं राम नारायणं जानकी वल्लभं, राम नारायणं जानकी वल्लभं। कौन कहते हैं भगवान सोते नहीं,
कौन कहते हैं भगवान सोते नहीं।
कौन कहते हैं भगवान सोते नहीं,
कौन कहते हैं भगवान सोते नहीं।
माँ यशोदा के जैसे सुलाते नहीं,
माँ यशोदा की जैसे सुलाते नहीं।
माँ यशोदा के जैसे सुलाते नहीं,
माँ यशोदा की जैसे सुलाते नहीं।
अच्युतं केशवं कृष्ण दामोदरं,
अच्युतं केशवं कृष्ण दामोदरं
राम नारायणं जानकी वल्लभं,
राम नारायणं जानकी वल्लभम्।
कौन कहते हैं भगवान नाचते नहीं, कौन कहते हैं भगवान
नाचते नहीं।
कौन कहते हैं भगवान नाचते नहीं,
कौन कहते हैं भगवान नाचते नहीं।
गोपियों की तरह तुम नाचते नहीं, अच्युतं केशवं कृष्ण दामोदरं, अच्युतं केशवं
कृष्ण दामोदरं
अच्युतं केशवं कृष्ण दामोदरं,
अच्युतं केशवं कृष्ण दामोदरं
राम नारायणं जानकी वल्लभं,
राम नारायणं जानकी वल्लभम्।
कृष्ण है कृष्ण है कृष्ण है कृष्ण है
कृष्ण है कृष्ण है कृष्ण है।
अच्युतं केशवं कृष्ण दामोदरं, अच्युतं केशवं कृष्ण दामोदरं राम नारायणं जानकी वल्लभं, राम नारायणं जानकी वल्लभं, राम नारायणं जानकी वल्लभम्। प्रेम से बोलिए वृंदावन Jai. So, we said that our discourse will be taken from the Bhagavad Gita, but I didn't choose a verse. I want you all to choose a chapter or a verse. So, there are 18 chapters. Let me ask Mama to choose one between 1 and 18. Just tell me, Mama. Or tell me which verse, what, between 1 and 18, chapter. First one come to your mind. 5. Chapter 5? Yeah. All right. 5 is the mark for tomorrow. Chapter 5. And chapter 5 is a very beautiful chapter that has 29 verses. Tell me one number between 1 and 29. 29? Why are you going to the last one? Huh? Visham said what? I can't hear. Oh, Visham said 29. Okay, well, since his son choose 29, let's see. Well, I have to start reading the Gita now from the 29th verse going backwards. I was in Florida recently and I asked somebody to choose, no? So they chose chapter 18 and they chose the last verse in chapter 18. Yatra Yogeshwara Krishna Yatra Partho Dhanurdaraha. So, tonight we chose chapter 5 and verse number 29, which is the final, the last verse in the 5th chapter of the Bhagavad Gita. Now, I will read a few verses before we go to the 29th verse or the final verse. So I would not like you all to share water right now, right? Don't pass water now. Would you all like water, anybody? Anybody who like water? See that guy stand up with the bowl there? He will give you. But during the discourse, please, it will be distracting. All right? Hope you understand. I know you mean good and your heart is flowing with love, but it will disturb. Okay? Labante Brahma Nirvayah, Labante Brahma Nirvanam, Rishaya Kshina Kalmashaha, Chinnadvaidayatatmanaha, Sarvabhuta Hite Hartaha, Kamakrodha Viyuktanam, Yatinam Yatachetasam, Abhito Brahma Nirvanam, Vartate Viditatmanam, Sparshan Kritva Bahirbahyan, Chakshuschaivantare dhruvoho, Pranapanau samau kritva, Nasabhyantaracharinau, Yatendriyamano buddhihi, Munirmoksha parayanaha, Vegate chabhayakrodaha, Yasada mukta evacha, Bhoktaram yagyatapasam, Sarvaloka maheshwaram, Suhridam sarvabhutanam, Gyatva mam shanti mricchati, Gyatva mam shanti mricchati, Gyatva mam shanti mricchati. The 5th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, like every chapter, has a name. And the 5th chapter, the name is Karma Sannyasa Yoga Nama. That's the name of the 5th chapter. And anyone who practices Karma Sannyas, that person gets moksha, that person gets liberation, that person gets freedom, that person gets peace in life. Now, when the Lord is speaking to Arjuna on the battlefield of Kurukshetra, he spoke on the topic of Karma Sannyas in the 5th chapter. So what is karma? Karma means action. And sannyas means to what you call renounce action. So if you renounce action, what does that mean? If you renounce action, that means sit down and do nothing. Isn't it? So can you sit down and do nothing for 1 hour? Oh yes, man, we can do nothing. Can you sit down and do nothing for 5 hours? Oh yeah, we do that every day at the job. I'm just joking, right? Can you sit down for 10 hours and do nothing? No way. You will get so bored and so tired of doing nothing that doing nothing is really something. So every time you say that you are doing nothing, it is a karma that you are doing. Do you all understand? Do you know that the definition of karma is anything that makes you tired is karma? I repeat, definition of karma. Anything that makes you tired is karma, is an action. So sometimes you hear people say, I sit down and doing nothing, man, but I'm tired doing nothing. Karma. Sometimes you're working and you're working wrong the clock. I'm tired. So that's something that you're doing. So even when you say that you are doing nothing, okay, I'm going to sleep. I don't want to do anything. So you go to sleep. 5 hours pass, 6 hours pass, 8 hours pass, 10 hours pass, 12 hours pass. You get up and say, man, I'm tired sleep. Karma. So even sleeping is a karma. Now karma is that which gets us tired. Now, every karma has a karma phala. For example, if you sleep for 8 hours, what is the karma phala? You become well rested. You become energized. You refuel yourself. You reboot yourself. And you're ready to go again. So the definition of the karma is that which makes you tired. But when you do it properly, then you get the reward of the karma. So sleeping for 8 hours, you get rewarded with good rest. Working selflessly and not working hard, but working smart will give you the reward and the benefit of your, what you call promotion, salary, etc. Everything that we do in moderation, my friends, has some good reward. And therefore, all these falls in the category of what you call karma. Now, karma sannyas. What is sannyas? Sannyas means renunciation. Sannyas means to give up. Sannyas means not to just become a swami, but while you are living in this world, my dear brothers and sisters, every one of us, we need to practice sannyas. And what sannyas means? Sannyas means, like the swamis who become a swami. When a person becomes a swami, that's a sannyasi. So they have taken sannyas and they put on the orange color clothes and now they become a swami. What about you and I? Are we not supposed to become swamis also? Or because we are living in the world and we are married people and we are, functioning as ordinary people, we cannot be blessed as a swami also? 100% we can also be blessed. But we have to take the approach that I am going to renounce anything that makes me uncomfortable and makes me unhappy. I am going to give it up. Sannyas means giving up the things that is causing you to be unhappy. And sannyas also means even giving up the people who makes you unhappy. Jai Bhagwan. Because remember, the objective of our lives, my friends, is to be happy. And if some situation or some people makes us unhappy, then what we are supposed to do is cut ties immediately, because that person is a detriment to my happiness. That person is detrimental to my spiritual growth. That person, instead of making me smile, is making me cry, or those people as the case might be. So we have to give that up. So karma sannyas means do not hold on to situations or hold on to people that makes you sad or what you call unhappy, because you will be creating karma instead of giving up karma and the karma phala. So that's two things about the name karma sannyasa. Now, very important. Karma sannyasa yoga means that we are to practice this yoga in our everyday lives. Now, when does karma becomes a yoga? Let me ask you all a question. What is yoga? Anybody? What is yoga? Oma? What is yoga? Meditation? Kavita ji? What is yoga? What's your name? Boy in the glasses. Alistair, what do you think is yoga? From a young person's point of view. Very good, very good, very good. You said nothing, eh? That's very good. Because yoga is nothing. So Alistair said, something that you do to calm the body. Uma says, meditation. So that's something to calm the mind. And then on mornings you see on Sankhya television, yoga is being practiced. Yoga means, please be very attentive. Remember this definition. Yoga is not only flexing the body, but yoga is straightening the mind. Yoga is not only flexing the body, but yoga is straightening the mind. You're right when you said that it is to calm the body. No doubt, the internal organs become calm, the limbs become calm. When we practice yoga, it is a health technique to keep the body healthy and strong. When you do the Sir Asanam, you stand on the head. When you do the different postures in yoga, for example, Surya Namaskar, etc., it helps the body to stay calm, and more so, Alistair, healthy. Oma, when the body becomes calm and healthy, the mind also becomes calm and peaceful. Calmness of the body means what? Calmness of the body means good health. And calmness of the mind means peace. Isn't it? These are two things we want in life. Are there anybody here that do not want a healthy body and a peaceful mind, Mama? Every one of us wants to achieve that in life. So this is the meaning of the name of the 5th chapter that we have chosen tonight. Karma Sannyasa Yoga. Yoga also means not only twisting the body or flexing the body, but straightening the mind. And yoga means at a higher level, a Vedanta level, a philosophical level, yoga means when we are connected to something. So yoga means when we are connected to someone. When a couple gets married, the wife is in yoga with the husband. They are connected. When you have a baby, the parents are in yoga with their children. And you all know, my friends, I'm sure every one of us knows it have no yoga greater than the connection that parents have with their children. Isn't that something? Kavita? Mama? Mothers? How you all felt when you gave birth? I know. She said, I felt great. You know, my friends, the parents are in yoga with their children, meaning they are connected in a different way. The children are in yoga with the parents also, you know. But you see, when they grow up, there might be a little slip here and there, but nothing is wrong. It's part of life. But tonight, look at Suresh and his family in yoga with his dad. And he mentioned to me, he said, Baba, I do nothing without the blessing of my mother and my father. Nothing. That is yoga. And it is said, my dear friends, that when we are in yoga, not only with our parents, the wife, husband, parents, children relationship, but when we are in yoga with God, then karma becomes karma yoga. If you are performing a karma only to enjoy the fruits of it, then it becomes karma bhoga. But karma sannyas yoga means that we gain something different. We gain something higher from the actions we perform. We gain something higher from the action we perform. And this is why, before we go into the last verse, 29th verse, the yoga that we experience when we are in love with our children is something that is so very unique and special. And you and I know, all of us who are blessed with children, we know, my friends, that wherever those children are, part of us are with them. They could be 1 day old to 50 years old and more. Part of us as parents will always be with them. And that's why the father, when he held his son for the first time when he was born, he said, Mera naam karega roshan, जग ने मेरा राज दुलारा, तुझे सूरज कहो या चंदा, तुझे दीपक हो या तारा, मेरा नाम करेगा रोशन, जग में मेरा राज दुलारा. तुझे सूरज कहो या चंदा, तुझे दीप कहो या तारा, मेरा नाम करेगा रोशन, जग ने मेरा राज दुलारा. कब से तरस रहा था, मेरे आंगन में कोई खेले, नन्ही से हंसी के बदले मेरी सारी दुनिया ले ले, तेरे संग झूल रहा है मेरे सारा, मेरा नाम करेगा रोशन, जग में मेरा राज दुलारा. तुझे सूरज कहो या चंदा, तुझे दीप कहो या तारा, मेरा नाम करेगा रोशन, जग ने this song to Suresh and his brothers. And we dedicate this song to all fathers tonight and your children, because their name lives through us. Our fathers, our grandfathers, their name lives through us. We have to keep their name shining. We have to keep their name up. Do not destroy the name of your father, your mother, or your ancestors. This, my friends, is the greatest worship that we can give. During this Pitra Paksh time, we are in yoga with our ancestors. Karma Sannyas Yoga means that we don't want anything for ourselves. It is only for the Pitras, the forefathers. आज उंगली थाम के तेरी तुझे मैं चलना सिखलाऊं, कल हाथ पकड़ना मेरा जब मैं बूढ़ा हो जाऊं, तू मिला तो मैंने पाया जीने का नया सहारा, तेरा नाम करेगा रोशन। Wherever your father is, if you have your father tonight, my friends, or your mother, you are very lucky. But if they are not with you, send your prayer, send your love as we practice this yoga tonight, Karma Sannyas Yoga, to those souls wherever they are. मेरी बार भी इस दुनिया में जिंदा मेरा नाम रहेगा, जो भी तुझको देखेगा तुझे मेरा नाम कहेगा, तेरे रूप में मिल जाएगा मुझको जीवन तुम्हारा, मेरा नाम करेगा रोशन, यही मेरा राज तुम्हारा, तुझे सूरज कहो या चंदा, तुझे दीप कहो या तारा, मेरा नाम करेगा रोशन, यही मेरा राज दुलारा। What is Bhagwan saying? Bhagwan is saying in the 29th verse, the last verse of the 5th chapter, he says, Bhoktaram yagya tapasam sarvaloka maheshwaram suhridam sarvabhutanam gyatva mam shanti mritchati. Shanti mritchati mam gyatva. He says that a devotee who does something, I will tell you what just now, that devotee attained peace. That devotee attains Shanti Mritchati, supreme peace. And what is that peace? He says, Bhoktaram Yagya Tapasam Sarvaloka Maheshwaram Suhridam Sarvabhutanam. O Arjuna, it is very important for you to understand that for those who understand me and those who know me, in reality, not just by knowing me in a certain way, but knowing me and my true essence and my true nature, Arjuna, as what you call Bhoktaram. Bhoktara means the one who is the enjoyer of all the fruits of one's action. Arjuna, those devotees of mine who understands that everything comes to me. This is why, when I think devotees, what they do? Devotees, only when they give a Baba Dakshina, that is the only time they say, what do you say? Krishna Arpanam, right? Why do you only say it when you give a Baba something? Why don't you say it when you give anybody anything? That is the meaning of Sarva Bhutanam. Not just one person or some people, but Sri Krishnarpanam means I give this offering to all people in the name of Bhagwan Krishna. So anybody I give anything to, I say Krishnarpanam. If you give somebody food, Krishnarpanam. Want some chana? Krishnarpanam. Want a piece of roti? Krishnarpanam. Want some mango anchar? Krishnarpanam. Oh God, Baba, you make me hungry. I give you prasad? Krishnarpanam. So Krishnarpana meaning, I think of you, Lord, in all the actions that I perform, because I know that you are the Bhoktaram of Yagya Tapasam. Yagya means you are the one that enjoys the Yagya. You are the one that enjoys what you call the tapas, the tapasya, the penance of your devotees. You are the one that, Prabhu, blesses those devotees when they sacrifice in your name. So, Bhoktaram Yagya Tapasam Sarvaloka Maheshwaram. Arjuna, I being the Supreme Lord of all the worlds, Sarvaloka Maheshwaram, I am the Lord of the heavens, I am the Lord of the earth, I am the Lord of the nether region. Wherever in this world, in this creation, the Lord says, I am present. And He says, I am the Supreme Lord of the heaven, the earth and nether regions. Friends, I'm sure every one of you knows that there are 7 worlds above and there are 7 worlds below. The highest one meaning Uttamaloka. Uttamaloka means the highest world. And then the lowest one means Patal. Very good, Bhaiya. Lowest one means Patal. Down in Patal, the demons live. In Swarga, not Swarga, sorry, in Uttamaloka, the highest Loka, the Devatas and the Devis reside. Bhagwan says here, I am the Lord of the 7 worlds above and I am the Lord of the 7 worlds below. So this world, this small little world, Trinidad is a dot on the world, right? Trinidad is a dot on the world map, and the world map is a dot in the universe. Bhagwan Krishna says, I am the Lord of all this. I am, as a matter of fact, everything is in me and I am in everything. So in this verse it says here, those who understand this, very important, be attentive. Those who understands this, that person, Mam Shanti Mritchati, that person gains Shanti, that person gains peace, that person gains eternal happiness. Mama, your Dulaha, did he know that Bhagwan Krishna existed in everything? Yes? It don't just tell me that though. He was a nice person and he was a devotee of the Lord, and the Dulahin says that he understood, he knew that Bhagwan is in everything. You know what a person gets for that? The verse is telling us here, Shanti Mritchati. That devotee gets Shanti, peace. That soul gets peace. So everybody say, Lord, I want peace. I want peace, please, Prabhu. Friends, you know what Baba says? Bhagwan Baba says, one devotee went to Sai Baba and asked him, he said, Baba asked him, what you want? He put his hands together quickly and he said, Baba, I want peace. I want peace, please. Baba says, remove I. and remove want, and what you have? Peace. Remove I and remove want. What is I? I means ego, and ego means what? I am this, I am that, I am the next, I am engineer, I am doctor, I am lawyer, I am banker, I am husband, I am wife, I. And once you continue using the word I, after that will be cry. I is ego, and ego suffers. Ego is the one that is experiencing what you call a person with a strong ego always suffers unhappiness. They could never have peace. Everything is a problem for a person with a strong ego, a strong personality. Everything for an egoistic person is I am this, I am that, I am the next, I better than you, I am the better one. That's ego talking. Ravana was a person like that. Kamsa was a person like that. So many people we see in the world today with strong egos, how they get destroyed. So Bhagwan says here, a person with humility and without this sense of I-ness, ahamata it is called in Sanskrit, that person gains peace in life when they understand that God is everything. I'm giving you homework for this Pitra Paksh. Everything you do, dedicated to your ancestors. Anything that you do positive. When you get up in the morning and you go and you, for example, like some devotees would have started today, they would have planted the kush grass and they would have prayed to Bhagwan Krishna or Lord Vishnu, and they would have invoked the presence of the Lord on that kush grass according to the Garud Puran, and they would have prepared the tilanjali, the water mixed with rice and tulsi leaf and black till. And they would have stood facing the southern direction, and they would have taken that tilanjali and say, Lord, I am taking this sankalp. I am doing this for 1 day, for 3 days, 5 days, 7 days, 10 days, rather 11 days, or all the 15 days, whatever it is, that Lord, I am offering this tilanjali in the name of my father, and you call his name. The name of your mother, and you call her name, if they have passed on. The name of your Aja, your Aji, your Nana, your Nani. Chant Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Simple mantras. And you offer that to the Lord on behalf of the departed soul. My friends, you cannot imagine how important such a karma action on behalf of a son, or a karma performed by a son for the name of the ancestors, how blessed that son becomes and his family. You know, I want to tell you all something. Don't feel that Pitra Paksh time is a time when Jambitas come out. After 6, You know, some people believe that when Pitra Paksh time come, be inside before 6 o'clock, If not, Jambi go whole year. Shivan, remember that? Remember those days? Up to now? Sometimes they say, if you don't get in 6, Jambi go whole year. Friends, Pitra Paksh time, as a matter of fact, for me personally, this is one of the most auspicious time of my year. When I look forward to doing this vrata in Pitra Paksh time. All other vrat is nice and important, but this one is very important to me personally. So, offering the tilanjali is very, very important. And that is karma yoga being performed not for the sake of the son doing it for the son, but the son doing it for the ancestors. Boys, all boys who are here tonight, don't make no excuse. One person asked me, he said, Baba, if I do it this year and I can't do it next year, what will happen? But what do you think? Yeah, it's a good question. If I do it this year and I can't do it next year, and the reason why he asked the question is because his dad passed away last year. And he said, if I can't do it this year, if I started this year and I can't do it next year because I travel for my work and stuff, I would like to tell everyone it's something. If you do it this year, like for example, you stand up and you put the kush grass and Om what you call Adhyamukha Gotrasya Mukpretasya Tilanjali Te Maya Diyate Tavopatishtam, or Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Tilanjali Te Maya Diyate Tavopatishtam, or any mantra you know and you chant, and you do it this year, and next year you happen to be abroad in England somewhere working because your job took you there, and Pitr Paksh is going on, and you don't have kush grass, and you don't have black till, and you don't have nothing. Take some water in your hand and stand up in your kitchen with a bowl and take that water, put black till in it in your mind, put kush grass in it in your mind, put flowers and tulsi in it in your mind, and offer one handful. Dad, I love you. Mom, I love you. Aja and Aji, I love you. Nana and Nani, I love you. Offer one handful. Call everybody name. And in Sanatan Dharma or Hinduism, this, my friends, this yoga that we are talking about means what? Not only my Aja and Aji and Nana and Nani, look how universal it is. In the mantras that are being chanted, it says, not only my family, but there are many families who don't have the faith to do this. Lord, bless their ancestors also. It's called Sarvapitra. Sarvapitra means in the name of all souls. Right now, as we speak, there are people who lost their family members last year. Both mother and father died. Siblings died. And one son remained or one daughter remained. And the grievance, or what you call the pain that they are experiencing, is so tremendous that they don't know what to do this year. Friends, should the girl not do it? The girl could do it too. Girls could do it, right? You all know girls could do it too? Yeah? As a matter of fact, the girls want to do it more than the boys. And especially if it's the father. Like one day, I will tell you a nice story. It had what you call a son and his wife. So they were living by themselves, but they were always associated with families and stuff. So the wife one day tell him, she said, so you mean to say we can't spend a weekend or 2 weekends by ourselves without people coming over? She wanted a space now. And she tell the husband, she said, if your parents come this weekend, can we please not have them over so that we will have our time, some space a little bit? The husband said, but hon, if my mom and dad comes, I can't tell them no, we can't stay. She said, just 1 weekend. And the husband agreed. And he told her, what about if your parents come? She said, no. If my parents come, I will tell them, Mom and Dad, we want some space, we need some time. Listen to the story, right? Weekend going on, Friday evening. Parents know that let's go by the children on the weekend, the son. So his parents came, doorbell rang. He sat down playing with his child. And when he heard the bell, he looked into the camera system and he saw his parents standing by the door. So he decided, my wife and I don't talk about this. We are not going to open the door because we want some space. So he didn't open the door. His parents pressed the bell 1 time, 2 times, 3 times. They realized probably they're not home. And the parents went back. Now, the next weekend, the parents didn't come back. But the Friday evening, her parents pressed the doorbell. She was ironing. He was looking at television. And when they looked at the camera, they saw her parents. So, what she did was, she saw her parents and she started walking towards the door. So the husband watched her. She said, don't worry, I'm not going to open it. We need some time for ourselves. And as she walked through the door, she looked through the peek hole and she saw the mom and dad. And she stood there and she thinking. And then her hand went on the door lock. And she opened the door. And the parents came inside and, "Hi, hon, how are you? Thanks for opening the door. We'll spend the weekend with you all." So the husband now looked at the wife and he said, what happened? Didn't we plan? Last week I'd send my parents home. Your parents came and you opened the door. How come you broke the promise? So he's saying all that in action, right? The parents spent the weekend. They had a wonderful time. The son-in-law and the daughter treated them well, and they left and went away. The next week, it was the couple's, their son's birthday. So the father went in the mall and he picked up a little plastic toy, and he brought it and he gave it to his son and said, "Son, I love you very, very much. I love you dearly, but we are not going to have a party. Just happy birthday from mom and I and your sister." So they gave the little child a plastic car. The daughter's birthday was 2 months down the road. 2 days before the daughter's birthday, there were tents like this. Music system, Krishna reach early. And a band was organized to celebrate the daughter's birthday. So the wife went and she looked at the husband. She said, "How dare you do all this?" He said, "What do you mean? How could you do this for our daughter and look, this son? We didn't do this for him. We don't want them to feel hurt and jealous. Why are you doing this?" And the husband looked at his wife and he said, "Because it is my daughter that will open the door for me. It is my daughter that will open the door for me. When both of us made a deal, I did not open the door for my mother and father, but you opened the door for yours. What a son am I? What kind of son am I?" He started questioning himself. But the reality was, he really wanted the parents to come in. But he made a promise to his wife. I don't need to explain anymore, my friends. My point is that girls, you can also open the door of your heart for your mom and dad or your ancestors, because we know that when they were alive and they are alive, you will keep them close in your heart and in your home. Today, as we celebrate Pitra Paksh and we celebrate the life of Sri Premanandji, his sons, through Suresh and his wife, has opened the door, not in this house, this new home, but they would have opened not the door of their physical house, but the door of their hearts. And to this, Suresh, I'm not seeing Suresh. Where is he? This boy, he wasn't invited to be in front of her. Suresh and Dulahin. You know, my friends, when we are blessed in this way, there is no doubt. Bhagwan Krishna says here, Mam Shanti Prachati. Such a son and such a person attains peace in their lives. Today, we pray that the soul of your dad attain this Shanti, this peace, because while he was alive, he was a devotee of the Lord. And this I know myself. A devotee of God lives a selfless life, and that devotee of God attains peace. And what is the meaning of being a devotee of God? A devotee of God means the one who thinks about him in everything he or she is doing. To all our Hindu devotees tonight, I want you to be proud of Pitra Paksh. I want you to be happy when this time comes and you take up that Tilanjali and you light that diya by a pitya. If you can't do anything more, just light a diya. But hear what the song that we sang earlier, where the father is asking the son, it was the poem that I read. Continue your culture, continue your heritage, for this I will be proud. And that's why we don't need children to lose their culture. We don't need children to lose their heritage. We don't need children to lose their dharma. And this is why during time like these, we sing the name of the Lord, we chant His glories, we worship Him, and we glorify Him in our own humble and simple ways. As it is said, a time comes when all of us, my friends, would also have to depart in this world, from this world. And when that time comes, remember, Itna to karna, Swami, jab pran tan se nikale, Govind naam lekar, jab pran tan se nikale. Maybe our father or mother or grandparents didn't get a chance to chant the name of the Lord when they were leaving, but we do it for them. And I want all of you tonight to think of your loved ones who have gone as we think of Shri Premanand Ji. Itna to karna Swami, jab pran tan se nikale, Govind naam lekar, jab pran tan se nikale. Mentally take some Ganga Jal and let us mentally offer to the souls of our loved ones. Shri Ganga Ji ka tat ho, Yamuna ka tat nikat ho. Shri Ganga Ji ka tat ho, Yamuna ka tat निकट हो, और सावरा निकट हो, जब प्राण तन से निकले। इतना तो करना स्वामी, जब प्राण तन से निकले। श्री वृंदावन का स्थल हो, विष्णु चरण का जल हो। श्री वृंदावन का स्थल हो, विष्णु चरण का जल हो। मुख में तुलसी दल हो, जब प्राण तन से निकले, इतना तो करना स्वामी, जब प्राण तन से निकले। जब कंत प्राण आवे, कोई रोग ना सतावे। जब कंत प्राण आवे, कोई रोग ना सतावे। यम त्रास ना दिखावे, जब प्राण तन से निकले। इतना तो करना स्वामी, जब प्राण तन से निकले। इतना तो करना स्वामी, जब प्राण तन से निकले। गोविंद नाम लेकर तब प्राण तन से निकले। So, Bhagwan, my friends, is telling us here that doing things like these brings peace. Shanti prachati to the Atma, the soul of our loved ones. And therefore, going backwards, I will just touch on the 20th verse where he says, Yatindriyan Yatindriyamano buddhihi Munirmoksha parayanaha Vigate chabhaya krodaha Yasada mukta eva saha. Bhagwan says here that it is very important for us to Yatindriya Mano Buddhya, to shut out all the thoughts of external enjoyments. Shut out all the thoughts of external enjoyments. And what to do? Focus, fix the mind on the space between the eyebrows. As Omar said earlier, meditation. But in meditation, what do? We fix the mind on this point. You relax the body, relax the senses, relax yourself, and focus upon this point. And you will see the moment, I want everybody to remember this, if you're going through anxiety, or you're going through depression, and you're going through some type of frustration in your life because of some of life situation, and you want to shut it out for a few minutes or a few seconds, just relax and focus your mind between these 2 points for as long as you can. And you will realize that the mind will run back again, bring it back, And every time you bring back your attention here, you feel peace. The anxiety will go. The depression will go for the time that you spend here. And in so doing, you develop strength to overcome the anxiety or the frustration, the depression, as the case might be. You go by a doctor, the doctor will give you medication, and you still have to take medication. Medication is for the body, meditation is for the mind. Medication is for your body, meditation is for the mind. Focus the mind, but you have to withdraw yourself, sannyas, withdraw yourself from the sensual stimuli. And friends, if something is bothering you, only you alone can take your mind away from that thing or that being. I repeat, if something or somebody is bothering you, it is only you that can remove your mind from that object, thing or being. And when you remove your mind, Bhagwan says here, Bhagwan says that you will immediately attain peace. You will attain shanti. And where, in fact, what is this point called? This point is called the third eye. And as I conclude tonight, I want you to remember, my friends, at this point, there is peace. Don't answer, right? But are there anybody here who is feeling depressed? For some reason, you don't have to tell. If there is anyone who is feeling anxious, this katha and this verse, the 28th verse and the 29th verse of the 5th chapter of the Gita is telling us where to focus your mind to gain that peace. That point is called Jyoti Bindu Paramatma se hai meri atma ab chal kar le milan Paramanand ka अनुभव कर तू परमानंद का अनुभव कर तू धन्य भला जीवन. While we sing, I want everybody to close your eyes and focus on this point. And Suresh, that energy will go to your dad. This is the offering for your dad tonight. This is your Pitri Puja for your dad. And for every one of us, focus on this point. Ab chal kar le milan Ab chal kar le milan Ab chal kar le milan ज्योति बिंदु परमात्मा से है मेरी आत्मा अब चल कर ले मिलन अब चल कर ले मिलन अब चल कर ले मिलन परमानंद का अनुभव कर तू परमानंद का अनुभव कर तू धन्य बना जीवन ज्योति बिंदु से है मेरी आत्मा अब चल कर मिलन। प्रभु की प्राप्ति का मूल मंत्र है संपूर्ण समर्पण। है आत्मा चल प्रभु को सौंप दे तू सारा जीवन। देख प्रभु तेरे निकट विराजे, देख प्रभु तेरे निकट विराजे, कर ले अभिवादन। ज्योति बिंदु ज्योति बिंदु परमात्मा से है मेरी आत्मा अब चल कर मिलन। अब चल कर मिलन। अब चल कर मिलन। ज्योति बिंदु ज्योति बिंदु परमात्मा से है मेरी आत्मा अब चल कर मिलन। ज्योति बिंदु के प्रेम सिंधु में चल आज गया रे। परम पिता का प्रेम पत्र बनकर तू शुभ वर पावे। किरण किरण को निरख नयन से, किरण किरण को निरख नयन से, ज्योति प्रगमगन। ज्योति बिंदु ज्योति बिंदु परमात्मा से है मेरी आत्मा अब चल कर मिलन। अब चल कर मिलन। अब चल कर मिलन। In this way, Jyoti Bindu, the 5th chapter tells us that when we practice this karma sannyasa and we bring the mind to the third eye, the point of the third eye, we attain that supreme peace. And this way, we gain the ultimate goal in life. And can I ask any one of you tonight can answer? What is the ultimate goal in life? Happiness? Dulahin? Next Dulahin? Peace? Glasses boy? Health? What's your name again? Alistair. A real unusual name. Alistair. You know how many people right now who are healthy and they don't have peace? And there are many people who have peace and they're not healthy. So, what is the most important thing in life? Peace and health. Peace and health, happiness. When you hold your daughter, you're happy, you know. I went to a Shrad. I went to a Shrad today, all the way up in around West Side. And when I came home, I was really tired, so I just went and took a little nap to reboot for tonight. And then I went in the shower, get dressed, came here, get dressed, and I was leaving home. But I realized I didn't see my daughter for today. So I went looking for in her room, and she wasn't there. And she heard the door open because she was in the study. She said, Dad? I said, yes. Where are you? She said, in the study. I said, what do you want? I said, babe, I didn't see you today, so I just came to see you before I go for tonight. You see happiness, friends? See peace? What gives us that? Not only this Jyoti Bindu, family gives us this. Family. The family that prays together, stays together. Suresh and Dulhin, God bless you, are young people. And as young people, I spoke to Suresh when we were setting the date for this satsang many months ago. And I could hear in his voice the love with which his Dulahin and himself is doing this satsang. He said, Baba, I will do this. I want to do this to my father. My father means the world to me and my mother. God bless you to think like that. And I know your brothers mean the same. And when we as parents have sons like these, we are blessed, because there is a verse in the scriptures that says, it is the son. Pumsat narakat traite pumsaha. It is the son that saves the parents from a hell called Pum, P-U-M. There is a hell called Pum in the Garud Puran. So Suresh, I want to congratulate you tonight, and God bless you. I hope many sons can be like you, to you and your brothers. God bless you now and always. And I know that you're remembering your dad tonight. But I just want to sing one verse of this next song. And I dedicate this to your most beautiful mother. Always a very humble and very sweet person. So to you, Mama, your sons and their wives and their children is saying this to you tonight. तू कितनी अच्छी है, तू कितनी बोली है, प्यारी प्यारी है, ओ माँ, ओ माँ, ओ माँ, ओ माँ. Come here, Mama. तू कितनी अच्छी है, तू कितनी बोली है, प्यारी प्यारी है. All your brothers, tell them to come. Mahesh, Suresh, daughters-in-law. To you, Mama, God bless you. God bless you to have given the world children like these. God bless you. With this, my friends, I conclude my discourse because my time is telling me to stop. And we will do just a closing prayer now. And after which, Bayanaraji will sing probably about 4 or 5 songs until about 9:30 while everyone is having dinner, etc. And we all would have a safe journey back to our homes. But at this time, before we go to the final closing prayer, we would like to ask Visha to do a vote of thanks on behalf of her family.
Thank you, Panditji. Sitaram, Assalamu alaikum. A pleasant good evening to each and every one of you. My name is Visha. On behalf of my husband Suresh and daughter Ishana and the Matapallet family, I take immense pleasure in doing tonight's vote of thanks. Tonight's satsang was a desire of my husband's to honor his father's memory. And one day, as Panditji said, we woke up in the morning and it was just like, okay, we're gonna set the date today, and that was it. It was just forward from there till we are here now. Tonight's celebration was in remembrance of his life and the memories that he have left us with. Tonight, Panditji, I thank you for the insightful discourse that you have given us. To the group on stage, thank you for the beautiful renditions that you have brought from near and far before Panditji had come, and I know you will take us through a little while longer. To those of you who have journeyed from your homes, I see some faces from really far and some from very close. I thank you from the bottom of my heart, for without you, tonight would not have been the success that it is. It's a very emotional time for us, for the Matapallet family in particular, because it's been years in the making that tonight would be the night that we remember him. And it so happens to be the first night of Pitri Paksh, where we remember our loved ones, near and dear to our hearts. And I ask you to say a prayer wherever your loved ones, your departed loved ones are. Say a prayer for them, that they may be at peace in seeing you doing your devotion towards their well-being. I thank you once again for coming out and celebrating this night with us. Yes, I have a paper in my hand and I honestly can't remember what I wrote on it, but it's a heartfelt thank you from my family to each one of you. Jai Sitaram, thank you.
That's after the closing prayer, right? Just joking. I have 2 of my beautiful goddaughters here with us tonight, Uma and Sasha, together with their families, their husbands and their children. And I offer a special prayer for your dad as well, Keith Singh of Marabella. The very first yagya I ever did in Trinidad after I returned from India was at their home. That was in the year 1996. And their father was such a very beautiful human being. Tonight, Oma and Sasha, we remember him and we pray that God bless his soul forever. At this time, we invite everyone to join your palms together, and our closing prayer will be dedicated, of course, to our Pitras and our forefathers. We pray that, O Krishna, thank you for tonight. Thank you for this wonderful and warm moment. That wherever the soul of Sri Premanand is, may there be peace, and may he receive the love of his children tonight and their families. May he receive the love of his wife, and of course, the entire household. Love is that which carries the soul to peace. And tonight, oh Krishna, you are the messenger. You are the one to deliver the love that we have given to you tonight, to our ancestors, our forefathers. Please, Prabhu, comfort their soul. May their soul merge with you to become one and never return in the cycle of birth or in the cycle of death. Krishna Krishna Kripalu Tvam Agatinam Gatir Bhava Sansarar Navamagnana Prasida Purushottamam Anadinidano Devaha Shankha Chakra Gadadaraha Akshaya Pundari Kaksha Pitrimoksha Prado Bhava Pitrimoksha Prado Bhava. Together everyone. Asatoma Sadgamaya Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya Mrityorma Amritam Gamaya Tvameva Mata Chapita Tvameva Tvameva Bandhu Chasaka Tvameva Tvameva Vidya Dravinam Tvameva Tvameva Sarvam Mama Deva Deva Tvameva Sarvam Mama Deva Deva. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. May the soul of our ancestors revel in the music of Krishna, his Vasuri. Everyone, say Om Shri Krishna Arpanamastu. Prem se bole Vrindavan Vihari Lal ki jai, Vishnu Bhagavan ki jai, Prem se bole Satya Sanatan Dharma ki jai. So, thank you all for being here. I join with Dulhan to say thank you all for your blessing. Thank you for your presence. Do have a safe journey back to your homes. Be careful on your way home. Please look at your surroundings while you are on your way. God bless you. Om Shanti.